What's up, Milwaukee Bucks fans? Jake and Tyler from Wisco Fanatics. We have a bunch of stuff to talk about as it relates to the Milwaukee Bucks and the Denver Nuggets game from Thursday night. And after we go through some of the team-specific stuff, we are going to go through a lengthy Brook Lopez discussion on what Brook Lopez's role is on this team. Because quite frankly, we are tired of seeing people complaining that he doesn't get enough rebounds, that he's useless on defense, that he's old and slow and he does nothing. And we're just tired of it. So we have a lengthy, petty amount of video and screenshots that we're going to talk about to explain what Brook Lopez's role is. But we're going to start with some team-specific stuff. And this is, honestly, it's Damian Lillard and Brook Lopez running good offense. So Damian Lillard making this pocket pass, finds Giannis for a dunk. This next play is the exact same play. This is the exact same play. Brook screening for Dame, catches at the free throw line, and a backdoor cut for an alley-oop layup. It's the exact same play, the exact same setup. The Dame pocket pass to Brook at the free throw line, finds the cutter for a basket in the restricted circle.
Yes. So we're getting playmaker Brook right now. Look at that. That's beautiful. That's great patience. Brook did a nice job rolling to the soft spot in the zone, by the way, too.
Yeah. And I'm going to be not petty or whatever you want to say, but this play is a play that Chris Middleton isn't making. Now, it's possible that Brook Lopez could find Chris Middleton in the short corner here for a jumper, but Kyle Kuzma at the rim versus a Chris Middleton mid-range is a higher percentage shot. That's one of the things that Kyle Kuzma brings to the Bucks is that athleticism.
Yeah.
And then this is just great offense.
There you go. Reset it. Get a screen. Relocate. We're getting playmaker Brook right now.
This is very similar, except it's just not quite the pocket pass. But both guys stay with Dame. Brook cuts to the middle. And this time, instead of the diving Kyle Kuzma or the back-cutting Giannis, Brook sees the guy step up, which is Michael Porter Jr., and Taurean Prince is by himself. We'll take the number 2 3-point shooter in the league. Open for three.
That's a good option. In the corner.
All right, before we get back into the Bucks doing good things, I just have a quick WTF to Denver for 2 plays, 2 of them involving Nikola Jokic. This one first. What are Jokic and Michael Porter Jr. doing?
Yeah.
Like, they both just watched Taurean Prince walk into a dunk.
And Michael Porter Jr. is blaming Jokic on that play.
Like, they're both just watching him.
Yeah.
And this one's purely Jokic, and it's Taurean Prince again. Taurean Prince, we just said, number 2 3-point shooter in the league. And Jokic just stands there and watches him shoot the 3.
There is, Jokic is phenomenal on offense. I'm never going to take anything away from an offense. He could shoot from every spot. He could dribble. He can make every single pass. But every argument I've ever made for Giannis over Jokic is on this end of the floor.
The next clip we have is something, if you've watched our Wednesday shows, you'll know that we've talked a lot about Kyle Kuzma understanding his gravity. That's something where he understands seeing what the opposing defense is doing as he has the ball in his hands. It's obviously something we've talked about at length with Dame and Giannis, but Kyle Kuzma is understanding his gravity as well. And as he's driving, the gravity that I'm talking about here is Julian Strawther, who is guarding AJ Green, a very good 3-point shooter, stepping up so far to try to keep Kyle Kuzma from getting to the rim. So far that he comes into the paint while guarding a very good 3-point shooter, with DeAndre Jordan still standing there.
So if you ever want to notice this, you watch their feet. There are 4 sets of feet in the paint right now, and they all belong to the Denver Nuggets. And Bucks have 0 people in the paint. But because of the threat of Kuzma getting deep into the paint, Strawther has to step up. Because, Kyle Kuzma, he has struggled from the free throw line. He's been better as of late. But he could get a foul on DeAndre Jordan, or he can get a layup here. And Tyler was just talking about, Middleton was a great 3-point shooter. But, the high percentage shot is the layup. So you'd rather give up the jump shot over the layup. But, I don't know, a corner 3 to AJ Green might be just as efficient as a layup for some people. Bang. Filthy.
So just great understanding of Kyle Kuzma, understanding that if he's getting to the rim effectively like he was during this game, it's going to attract more attention and it's going to open things up for his teammates.
Yeah.
So now we're going to talk about Brook Lopez playing his role. This is all from the Denver Nuggets game, and we could do this with every single game, but we are going to give a damn near excessive amount of video and picture evidence followed by statistics explaining what Brook Lopez's role is for the Bucks and why the excessive amount of complaining about Brook Lopez and his rebound totals, what his role is on defense, what his role is on offense is unjustified, and people just need to learn ball. So Here we go. We're going to start with Brook Lopez is slow. Nikola Jokic is slow. Doesn't make you bad at basketball.
I still can't believe that happened.
So let's talk about Brook Lopez's defense.
Okay.
This is a very good defensive possession, getting around a screen, getting a hand up, not giving ground to Nikola Jokic, and a late contest on Michael Porter Jr. Giannis finishes the possession with a rebound.
Mm-hmm.
Next, Brook Lopez. This is defense that leads to Bucks offense. He gets a contest on Russell Westbrook. Kuzma grabs the ball, and we're going the other way. And Gary Trent Jr. finishes it with a three.
Bang, bang.
Brook Lopez. Guarding Nikola Jokic. Giannis comes to help. Brook rotates. Blocks Aaron Gordon at the rim. And
guarding a three-time MVP and then blocks a guy who was in a dunk contest multiple times.
Yeah. And then watch how this possession ends. So as this three goes up, Brook Lopez isn't looking at the ball. He's looking at Jokic. Because he knows Giannis is right there, Gary Trent Jr. is right there, and AJ Green is crashing the defensive glass. Brook Lopez is worried about his man, not about his rebound total. Giannis can just grab and go. The statistics that I have are going to support that Brook Lopez does not care about rebounds because it's going to help the transition offense. That's a point that I've made, that Brook Lopez is going to box out. He's going to tap rebounds, which we've discussed as well. And he's going to just worry about his defensive assignment and let other guys grab rebounds to start transition offense.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Brook Lopez. Now, Jokic lets the ball dribble up the court. He's going to get screened by Michael Porter Jr., and he stays with him. Brook Lopez, one-handed rebound. It's not that Brook Lopez can't rebound. That's not the case here. It's not that Brook Lopez can't rebound. It's that he doesn't because that's not his role. Moving on. More Brook Lopez contesting shots. We're going to have a lot of Brook Lopez contesting shots. He's contesting Michael Porter Jr. at the rim. Giannis grabs the rebound. And I've said this on our Wednesday show. Brook Lopez is not like letting rebounds go so that Giannis can like pad his rebounding stats. But this is Brook Lopez contesting a shot and Giannis getting a rebound off of it.
And honestly, Dame did a good job on that defensive possession too. Just getting in the way of Russell Westbrook, forcing him to make the pass, trusting that Brook's going to be there to contest the shot. So this is just good overall defense by the Bucks. I want to make a point on Dame too, because
it's good transition defense because the Nuggets have a 5-on-4 here because I believe this is off a Kuzma missed layup.
Yeah.
And yeah, the Nuggets are running 5-on-4, and they actually, if you look like below where it says forum, they have a 3-on-2 is really what they have.
Mm-hmm.
And the contest gets Giannis a rebound. Now, this is again where I just said Brook Lopez is going to be focused on his guy, not on his rebound total. As this shot goes up, he's looking just to make sure that he's holding off Jokic, and Giannis is going to grab the rebound over Christian Braun. This is just Brook Lopez keeping the opposing big man away from Giannis in this situation. Now we're going to do it. This one doesn't lead to a transition opportunity because the Bucks are holding for the last shot before halftime. Now we're going to do it again This is going to be Brook Lopez boxing out Jokic for Kyle Kuzma to grab a rebound and start transition. Brook Lopez boxing out Jokic. Now he knows that he can see, obviously, Taurean Prince right there and Kyle Kuzma behind him. Brook Lopez could easily turn around and grab this rebound. But he doesn't, because it's another second or two that it takes away from their transition opportunity. So for Kyle Kuzma to grab this rebound, speeds it up, and Kuzma goes down and he gets fouled in transition, and I believe he made both of his free throws after this.
He did.
If it's 2 seconds. It's 2 seconds. If you give the Nuggets 2 extra seconds, their defense will be better set up than it is if Kyle Kuzma grabs this ball and goes.
Yeah. I mean, look, the Nuggets are still trying to match up, and Kuzma's already going to the floor. So those extra 2 seconds still matter in the grand scheme of things. Kuzma was behind Brook. Brook took off as the ball was still getting rebounded, and Kuzma ended up in front of Brook. So, I mean, I don't understand why people don't understand this. Like, do you not actually watch the game?
Like, Brook is just worried about Jokic here. He's just worried about keeping the opposing big man away from the basket, knowing that he has two teammates ready to grab the ball.
See, Brook's already taken off, and Kuzma's like, yeah, I'm gone.
Right now, the Nuggets have one defender set, and it's the guy that's going to end up fouling him.
Yeah.
Brook Lopez is playing his role. Welcome to a segment that we're going to call, Why Doesn't Brook Lopez Get Rebounds? So, Brook Lopez played 37 minutes in this game. Jericho Sims played 10. They finished with the same number of rebounds. Why? Because Brook Lopez was guarding Nikola Jokic and Jericho Sims was guarding DeAndre Jordan. Very different play styles there. But we have here 18 screenshots of shots going up and where Brook Lopez is relative to the guy that he is guarding and why Brook Lopez doesn't get rebounds. So number one, as this shot's going up, Brook Lopez is standing on the three-point line guarding Nikola Jokic. Why doesn't Brook Lopez get rebounds? Look at how many guys are inside of the guys that they are guarding. Taurean Prince is contesting the shot. Dame is obviously on Jamal Murray, and then it's Giannis and Kuzma who are closer to the rim than Aaron Gordon and Michael Porter Jr. Why doesn't Brook Lopez get rebounds? Because he's contesting shots. We're going to give you the contested shot numbers per game and for the totals when we get to the end of all of these screenshots. I will have the contested shot numbers for you. Giannis is going to get this rebound. Dame is inside Michael Porter Jr. and AJ Green not in the best position here. But that's still Giannis and Dame ready to grab this rebound.
Yep.
Why doesn't Brook Lopez get rebounds? Because he's guarding Nikola Jokic. He is not anywhere near the paint when this shot is going up. Why doesn't Brook Lopez get rebounds? Look where he's standing as this shot is going up. And again, look how many Bucks are in the paint. Brook Lopez has a foot on the free throw line. Dame, Taurean Prince, and Giannis are all in or very near the paint while Brook Lopez is standing next to Nikola Jokic.
For anybody who doesn't know, the free throw line is 15 feet away from the rim. So just want to let you all know that.
Another one. As this shot is going up, Kuzma, Gary Trent Jr., AJ Green, and Dame all near the paint. Brook Lopez is guarding Nikola Jokic, who's standing off the screen at the top of the three-point line. There's another one. Brook Lopez is guarding Jokic. Look where all of the Nuggets players are. Do you think Brook Lopez gives a shit about grabbing this rebound?
No.
No, because Gary Trent grabs it, and the Bucks start a transition opportunity. The transition numbers I'm also going to give you when we get to the end of these screenshots. Another one. We talked about this when we did some of the videos. Brook Lopez is not worried about this rebound. Brook Lopez is worried about Nikola Jokic. This is the video that we just talked about where Kyle Kuzma grabs the rebound, goes down, and gets fouled and gets 2 free throws. Brook Lopez does not care about this rebound. He cares about making sure that Nikola Jokic does not get this rebound.
I'm going to share this screenshot every time I see somebody say, Brook Lopez boxes out the other big so he doesn't get rebounds. It's a myth. If I see that one more time, I swear to God. This is literally what he is doing. I don't know what much more evidence that you need.
I have more. So here again, this is when he gets switched on to, I believe he gets switched on to Jamal Murray on this possession, who is, you can see just his shoe outside the three-point line.
Mm-hmm.
But why doesn't Brook Lopez get rebounds? Look where he is when the shot's going up. And the thing that people say is, oh, he's big, he should be in the paint. He's playing defense. You want him to leave Jamal Murray open for three just so he can be standing in the paint to grab a rebound? No, I'm gonna go ahead and trust Giannis and Taurean Prince to grab this one.
I'm going to tell you what, the game of basketball may have evolved, but the people watching it have not. They do not understand that it is 4 out, 5 out basketball. You have to be able to switch and extend your defense nowadays.
We're not even halfway through the slideshow yet.
And Brook Lopez is doing his job on this play. I don't know what you're complaining about something that Brook Lopez didn't do, but he's doing his job on this play. I don't get it. If you would leave that guy open and Murray would get a wide open three, well, why didn't Lopez guard him? Because he was going down there to get the rebound that you wanted him to get so badly.
Here again. Good defense by Taurean Prince to get a contested shot. Brook Lopez is not watching the ball. Brook Lopez is watching his man. This is Brook Lopez doing his job. This shit's not hard to understand. Brook Lopez does not give a shit about his rebound total. Kyle Kuzma, Damian Lillard, and Giannis can all grab this rebound if this shot is missed, which it was, and it was one of Giannis's rebounds. Brook Lopez doesn't give a shit about this rebound. He cares to make sure that Jokic isn't going to get it and find somebody open because that's what he does.
Mm-hmm.
Brook Lopez is worrying about his guy, playing his role so that Giannis, Dame, or Kuzma can grab the ball and start a transition opportunity. Numbers incoming. Brook Lopez. He's caught. I believe this is in like a late shot clock situation where there's like a lot of screening going on. And Brook ends up kind of between Christian Braun and Nikola Jokic. And as he's in between them, he goes and contests the shot. But why isn't Brook Lopez getting rebounds? Because he's contesting shots. Numbers incoming. Why isn't Brook Lopez getting rebounds? Look where he is when this shot's going up. Right next to his guy at the three-point line. Why isn't Brook Lopez getting rebounds? This is going to happen in every single basketball game that you will watch the Bucks play. Because obviously not every center that Brook Lopez is going to guard is Nikola Jokic. So not all of them are going to camp on the three-point line. Some of them will. Embiid, Miles Turner, Anthony Davis, guys like that, those guys will camp at the three-point line on offense. Not all of them will. But Jokic is one of them. And every single team is going to try to get their guards switched on to Brook Lopez so that they can get shots like this. Jamal Murray's taking a three that Brook Lopez is contesting. Brook Lopez is contesting shots. That is his role, not to inflate his rebound total. This is like we were talking about. You have to look beyond box scores and actually understand what Brook Lopez's role is on this team. It is to contest shots and to space the floor on offense. It is not to grab rebounds. That's not his role. That's what Giannis's role is. That's what Bobby Portis's role is. That's to an extension what Kyle Kuzma's role is. Brook Lopez is here to contest shots.
Yep.
Numbers incoming. Here's another one. Brook Lopez contesting a shot with Giannis right next to him. Brook Lopez contests the shot. Giannis grabs this rebound. It's simple. Simple.
People see me not reacting, but that's because when I watch the game, I understand what I'm looking at. Lopez is not asked to grab 12, 15 rebounds a game. Could he do that? 1,000%. If he really wanted to, Lopez could be out there and be a leading rebounder in the NBA. He's humongous, and he does box his guy out.
I believe that if he like actively tried to rebound the possessions that we're talking about where he's blocking out his guy, or when like we talked about in our last show about the tapping the rebounds, those taps don't count as rebounds because it's still considered a loose ball because it's not possession.
Yeah.
If he grabbed all of those, I believe he would average probably 8 to 10 rebounds.
Oh, yeah. Pretty easily.
But again, he's here to contest shots.
Yes.
He would rather make it harder for an opponent to shoot and let Giannis grab a rebound and go, one of the scariest transition players ever, have more opportunities in transition. And I'm going to give you the numbers on transition. Next, why isn't Brook Lopez getting rebounds? He is in position to block out not one, but two Denver Nuggets on this play as the shot goes up. Taurean Prince is contesting this shot. Brook Lopez, if Jamal Murray was going to try to crash, he could box him out. If Nikola Jokic was going to try to crash from here, it's obviously not happening. But again, when this shot goes up, Brook Lopez could turn around and try to go grab a rebound. But the two players standing behind him in position to grab it are Giannis and Kyle Kuzma. If just ask yourself, who would you want having the ball in their hands first with an opportunity to go in transition? Out of the 5 players on the floor, Brook Lopez is the last one.
Yeah.
It would be Giannis, Dame, Kuzma. Those are the 3 guys you want to have the ball in their hands first when you're going the other way.
They are the new big 3.
Why isn't Brook Lopez getting rebounds? Again, when this shot goes up by Russell Westbrook in the corner, Giannis is on the far side of the rim. Dame is on the closer side of the rim. Shots from the corner are rarely going to bounce towards the middle where Michael Porter Jr. is standing.
Mm-hmm.
The shot, I believe, ends up bouncing off and Giannis grabs the rebound. But again, what benefit does it have for Brook Lopez to go towards the rim in this situation?
Well, if there's something that you notice about a lot of these screenshots, and something that we were talking about on defense before when Kyle Kuzma was driving, what do you notice about Giannis's feet on almost all these screenshots? Both of them in the paint. He's obviously in position to grab most of these rebounds. He ended up with 19 of them against the Nuggets for a very obvious reason. It's not that hard to understand, people. It's really not.
So again, Brook Lopez is guarding Nikola Jokic. He could run down into the paint, but here's the thing. If you want Brook Lopez standing in the paint, let's say the shot goes long and it bounces to Aaron Gordon over AJ Green's head. That's something that happens sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And Brook Lopez is standing in the paint, and Aaron Gordon just flips the ball out to Nikola Jokic, who is now standing by himself on the three-point line. Yeah. In this situation, there are 3 Bucks and 2 Nuggets. Would you rather have a 4th Buck in the paint and leave Nikola Jokic open for 3, or just have Brook Lopez standing next to the reigning MVP?
And I don't care what your answer is. I don't care what the numbers say. But my answer every single time is if I have to choose between Aaron Gordon open for 3 or Nikola Jokic open for 3, I'm leaving Aaron Gordon open for 3. You don't leave the multiple-time MVP open for 3. So Brook Lopez, again, doing his job.
Yeah, and the Bucks chose to leave Russell Westbrook open for 3, which I think is a decent choice as well. But again, you're talking Giannis, Dame, and AJ Green versus Aaron Gordon and Christian Braun to grab a rebound.
Yeah.
I'd take Giannis if he was down there by himself with the other 2 Nuggets.
Hell yeah, dude.
And AJ Green is doing his job here to box Aaron Gordon out. Why doesn't Brook Lopez get rebounds? He is here to contest shots, not pad his rebound stats. This is another situation. He gets caught between Aaron Gordon and Michael Porter Jr. after a switch, and he goes and he contests the shot. Would you rather have him turn around and hope the shot gets missed so that he can maybe grab a rebound, or go contest this shot, lower the percentage of that shot going in, and have Giannis standing there by himself to grab this rebound and start in transition? There's a correct answer.
We just gave you the answer.
Why doesn't Brook Lopez get rebounds? This happened twice late in the game. Porter Jr. missed this one. He made the next one. He was like 2 for 8 on threes, or 2 for 11 on threes, I think actually it was.
Mm-hmm.
But Brook Lopez is contesting the shot that's going up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not just, these aren't one-off examples. I'm going to give you these season numbers on contested shots. I wish I had the time to go through this and do this every single game so that people actually get it through their heads that Brook Lopez is not here to get rebounds. He is here to contest shots.
Mm-hmm.
So Brook Lopez contesting the shot. Dame is going to box out Christian Braun, and Giannis is going to be standing by himself for the rebound. So here, we have the contested shot numbers. Brook Lopez, total, by far, leads the NBA. He has more than 200 more contested shots than Walker Kessler in second place.
That's crazy, actually.
More than 200 more. Look at contested shots per game. Brook Lopez leads the NBA at almost 14 contested shots per game. That's wild.
That is.
Like, you figure teams are shooting probably about 90 to 100 shots per game. That means about 15% of your shots are being contested by just Brook Lopez. 15% of your team's total shots are being contested by one player.
He's only playing 32 minutes, too. So there's another 16 minutes he's not even playing.
And 15% of your total shots per game are being contested by one person. Like, the totals is just wild, dude. And I get that he's played more games than Walker Kessler, but look at Ivica Zubac, who's played 56 games. Brook Lopez has more than 210 more contested shots in one more game. And Zubac, right here, plays actually 0.1 more minutes than Brook Lopez per game.
Interesting.
Now, the other point that I've made is that Brook Lopez is going to box out bigs so that Giannis, Kuzma, Dame can grab and go in transition. So these numbers on the top are the NBA leaders in transition opportunities per game. Giannis is number 2 in the NBA, all league-wide, in transition opportunities per game at over 6. Do you want Brook Lopez grabbing 3 or 4 rebounds and taking away 2 opportunities from Giannis to score in transition? Or do you want Giannis to just be the one that grabs the rebound, goes, and has an extra second or 2 of opposing defenses not being ready for him?
I want you guys to look at the field goal percentage, and I want you to look at the score frequency percentage. And you tell me, before you answer, and you tell me if you still want Brook Lopez to get more rebounds and take them away from Giannis. 70%.
To the numbers on the bottom here, because these are the Bucks team transition opportunities per game. Giannis has 6. Kyle Kuzma has 4 in a limited sample size because he's only been here for 9 games.
Mm-hmm.
And then Damian Lillard is over 3. Like, understand, if you're asking Brook Lopez to grab 4 or 5 more rebounds a game, that you're taking probably 2 away from Giannis, 1 away from Kuzma, and 1 away from Dame to score in transition. Not to mention Gary Trent Jr. and Taurean Prince. Look at all these field goal percentages of these guys in transition. Giannis, 70. Kuzma, 42. Dame, 51.5. Gary Trent Jr., almost 47. Taurean Prince, 49. Those are all guaranteed higher than their field goal percentages in the half-court offense. And Jake brought up the score frequency. Giannis scores 63% of the time in transition.
That's disgusting.
That's a stupid number.
That is actually gross. I mean, and people are going to see that, Levine is higher. He's also 9 games played. Yeah. This is him on Sacramento.
Yeah.
Which he might be a monster over there if they have him playing a different style than the Bulls do.
Look at the per game numbers. Look at SGA's score frequency in transition. It's 58.
Yeah.
His field goal percentage in transition is 58. Giannis is 70.
Yeah.
70% of the time that Giannis shoots in transition, he scores.
That's sick.
Please, Brook Lopez, continue to play your role. box out so that Giannis, Kuzma, and Dame can grab rebounds and get the Bucks transition opportunities because it is better for them. This is Brook Lopez's role. His role is to contest shots to help the Bucks get into transition. That is his role, not to have a high rebound total in his box score.
Yeah.